Notification volume 0%.
Good afternoon, and welcome to More Than Meets the Eye. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today, I have for you Transformers Studio Series 86 Gnaw, and Transformers Titans Return Legends Class Bitty Gnaw. So, here's your Bitty Gnaw, and here's your Gnaw. Now, we've talked about their Sharkticon modes. They're Sharkticons, and we discussed their monster modes. And now, today, we're going to talk about their robot modes. So, let's get into this. First off, I'm going to get you right here. Here we go. And Gnaw. I'm getting the measurements first. Get your arm down, Gnaw. Good God. You are just such a terrible host. Let's see. Go right down. Come on. Up. That's a terrible measurement. And there. Alright. 15 studs tall? Seriously? At the head. Okay, 15 studs tall at the head, 16 studs tall at the top of his Sharkticon crest. Now let's take a look at you. And you are tiny little guy. Let's see. Bitty Gnaw. Stand up straight, Bitty Gnaw. We can't have you crouched. Stand up straight. Gotta get a good measurement here. Can't crouch and measure you. Alright. Bitty Gnaw is 12 studs tall. Yeah, Bitty Gnaw, you're a tiny little guy. 12 little studs tall. Alright, let's get our Bumblebee out here. Here's our Bumblebee. Our Bumblebee compared to Bitty Gnaw here. Bitty Gnaw looks like Bumblebee's younger brother. We got all the little, well, like, adopted younger brother. So, Bumblebee can actually put his arm over Bitty Gnaw's head. Well, slightly. Bitty Gnaw. Here you go. You're just lower your arm, Bitty Gnaw. Oh, yeah, you really can't. Okay. So there you go. Bitty Gnaw stands up to the shoulder, head height, up to the shoulder of Bumblebee. And Bitty Gnaw's back, his back head area is the same height. And then we get Gnaw here, 86 Gnaw. And 86 Gnaw, Bumblebee's head goes up to 86 Gnaw's top of his shoulder. There's an in-front comparison for you, if I can get it happening. There you go. There's a nice in-front comparison. You see that Gnaw is just taller than Bumblebee, but not by much, not by much. And now, Gnaw, use your wacky stick. Good job, Gnaw. Alright. We'll begin with talking about their pose abilities. So we'll start with Bitty Gnaw. Bitty Gnaw has some, he's got a little bit of leg movement. And he's got some knee, kinda. I'd say it's a knee that gives 45% because of the monster kibble on his back, his Sharkticon kibble on the back of his legs. And his legs move all over the place. They're decent legend scale variety, nothing surprising here. Though the arms don't have much movement. And it's all ball joints. So that's a little annoying. And the arms do not, lay very flat. They always kind of sit at a degree. I don't really like his arms too much. But there you go. And he doesn't have any sort of siege ports or anything like that. He came out before siege ports. So all you got is his fingers, his hands, and they're not that big when it comes to guns. So nothing in the normal siege variety can fit in his hands. But that's okay. He's a Bitty Gnaw. He's got Legends class stuff. You could probably switch out some Legends class weaponry for him. Other than that, he really doesn't have much posability. He's not a very posable guy. He just kind of stands there and looks ferocious. And yells out, "Pa weep, grana weep, ninny bong," all the time. And then here's 86 Gnaw. 86 Gnaw is a lot different. They took some time with this. It doesn't have a double hinge in the elbow. No double elbow joint. But it does have plenty of motion, and it has a bicep swivel, so you can get that arm moving all over the place. And unlike Bitty Gnaw, the hand isn't always set at a 90-degree angle, so you can move it all over the place. Though the hand doesn't turn or anything, it's just a hand. Siege port-wise goes, each of the hands has one, and then his back has one where his shark fin goes, and then underside of his feet each have one. So that's in robot mode, That's a total of 5. That's very short on the siege port listing, but 5 is more than I expected. So that's nice, even though if one of them is covered by a Sharkticon fin. Posability-wise, his underjaw, I'm going to call it his underjaw, that the jaw for the Sharkticon mode that sits on his chest like some sort of a crazy sharp necklace, it moves up and down. It has a little click to it. His knees are double jointed, which is really cool. He does have some nice knee activity. You can get him in all sorts of knee poses, and he's got double knees mostly because of the transformation, but totally take advantage of it for your posability. You can have him in all sorts of crazy modes. He is a good Sharkticon. And if you get him in a spot where it doesn't look like he'll be able to stand right, you know, like look at this one. Like I can have him in such a mode of him getting hit, but I don't want him to fall. You can use the his trusty little flail thing, and there you go. Now he's like falling backwards while trying to rip the flail forwards and slap somebody. So that's cool. I appreciate the flail in the fact that it will aid in the posability of him, because, you know, it's a flail, so when you're not throwing it around, you may be dragging it on the ground, and you can utilize that in your posabilities. I appreciate it. Now, let's get to the plastics. This dude is made of some nice durable plastic for the majority of him, but his feet and his legs are actually made out of the same type of... Where did you go, Bitty Gnaw? Here you are. Made out of the same type of plastic as Bitty Gnaw's feet. Let me see. No, Bitty Gnaw's feet are made out of a different plastic. But his arms are kind of made out of the same plastic as 86 Gnaw's legs. And though these arms are a bit lighter than his legs, this guy feels like a, he's just clunky. Bitty Gnaw is just a clunky guy. I wouldn't expect such a clunky feeling thing from, you know, a 3.75 inch toy, but, you know, that's what I'm getting here, is just, I'm feeling the clunkiness. It's okay. It's okay for the size. I'm not a fan of Bitty Gnaw, but his plastic is nice. I do have to say that. Like, they didn't skimp out on what they made him with. Unlike Earthrise stuff, where they used that horrible feeling plastic. Ugh. Then you get an 86 Gnaw here, and he's got some good plastics for this. He's got weight to him. He definitely weighs a chunk. He weighs more than Bumblebee for sure. And say this guy is worth the money. This guy is. I'm having a lot of fun with my Gnaw, and the difficulty with Gnaw, and I'll let you guys know this, is finding him. Gnaw is an army builder, so the collectors out there are going to want to buy 3, 7, 30 Gnaws if, you know, they have the money for it, because they want an entire army of Quintesson Gnaws to fight their Autobots. And these are one of the few army builders in Transformers, at least in the sense of, you know, they all look the same. You know, Seekers are kind of an army builder, but each of them has a different color scheme. You know, when it comes to the Sharkticons, they didn't really have different color schemes. They were all kind of the same. They were a mass production robot type. The same with the Alicons. So Alicons and the Sharkticons are really great robot builders, you know, for building yourself a robot army. And your gun fell off. That's not good. So, other than that, I have to say, if you're looking to get yourself an 86 Gnaw for Christmas or something, or you're looking to get it for a friend for Christmas, do it. It's worth it. It's a fun little guy. He's got a nice transformation, and his robot mode is top quality, at least, you know, in my opinion and what I've seen. Now, me talking about this, I started in Siege, so, you know, and before Siege, the last Transformers I collected were alternators. And that'll give you an idea of, you know, what I look for, and because alternators were hands down my favorite Transformers ever made. And that's, so I try to look for something similar to that, at least in quality. And in Combiner Wars and stuff, I didn't experience that very often. I am very dissatisfied with my Combiner Wars Devastator. I was hoping it would be more. than it is. It's flimsy, it falls apart, it's not as great. I mean, hands down, it's better than the Studio Series Devastator. But those are Devastator talks, and I really need to have a Devastator versus Devastator video to really have that Devastator talk with you. But I think I have talked your ear off long enough. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here today, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. This channel is devoted to raising awareness for the blind, and you can help me do that by sharing. Raising awareness for the blind is my mission for this channel, but it isn't a mission that I can accomplish alone. I'm going to need all of your help to spread the word of my channel so that we all can raise awareness for the blind together in unique and alternative manners than has been traditionally done. So, until next Prime, bye.